drugs. Okay, that might be a little too aggressive. Someone bailed me prescription medicine from the internet. Sounds super illegal. Okay, one more time. So I pretty much always get sick when I go on a trip overseas, and I really needed to do something about it. Yeah, that's a pretty solid intro. We'll go with that. So if you've watched this channel for long, you know that my family and I love to travel all over the world. We love getting connected with organizations and ministries and things that do incredible things all around the globe. And we also really love to have fun and just see as much of the world as possible. But everyone knows that when you get on a plane, it is a cesspool of viruses, bacteria, and filth. And when you're traveling to another country, chances are you didn't sleep very well the night before, you're dealing with jet lag, you're dealing with just being physically worn out. And I personally just get sick almost every single time I go overseas, which is a huge problem when you travel a lot. So this frustration culminated with a trip that I just took a couple months ago to celebrate my 15th anniversary with my incredible wife, where we went to Iceland. And we had this whole amazing trip planned, okay? We were gonna rent a car and explore the incredible winter wonderland of Iceland. We planned to drive 1,000 miles in 1 week and see as much of the landscape as humanly possible. And it is beautiful, and we did see it, but it came at a cost. You see, I had a horrible sinus infection the entire time that we were there. And I mean, seriously, I was laid up and I felt like I was gonna die for at least half of the trip. A lot of the road trip was me laying down in the passenger seat while my wife drove. So depending on what country you're in, when you get sick, the quality of healthcare and the accessibility of healthcare as a tourist is just not always consistent, let's say that. In Iceland, antibiotics obviously are not over the counter, where most places they're not, but also decongestants aren't over the counter. There's a whole bunch of other medicines that I looked at that I was like, oh, this would fix this, and none of them were available without a really expensive, long, and costly process. Enter the Jace case. In this little green or mint case here, I think mint is pretty accurate, we've got a 10-year supply of hardcore drugs. My lawyers had made it very clear that I have to say that these are legally obtained medications. So inside these things are all of these different medications, different medicines that are super helpful for travel. So I reached out to this company called Jace Medical, and they sent me one of these incredible medical kits. And I do want to say this video is sponsored, and they did send me this stuff for free, but like I said, I reached out to them, not the other way around. I was honestly just sick of being sick while visiting some of the most beautiful places on earth. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna share a horrible story about travel that will change your view of me forever. So stick around for that. But for now, let's see everything that's in this thing, okay? I got the regular Jace case here, but I also got some add-ons, and I'll kind of walk you through some of this stuff. But there is just a lot of medication in these boxes. Last summer when I was in Brazil on a 2-week mission trip serving in some extremely low income areas of Porto Alegre, I got bronchitis really badly, and I was down for the count for 2 whole days. Honestly, I missed a good chunk of the trip. So this amoxiclav stuff would have taken care of that. But even better would have been the Z-Pack, the azithromycin that comes in the kit also. So I love this stuff. And then we've got the doxycycline. I'm not a doctor at all, but they give you this cool guidebook so you can figure out how to use all this different medicine. But doxycycline would have helped my sinus infection in Iceland. It would have totally cleared it up, but also it would have helped me when I was stupid and I put my finger in geyser water, and I had this little hangnail, but putting my finger in the water got it super infected and my finger puffed up. It was super disgusting. And it took me 5 days to get antibiotics. So had I not taken that long, I don't think my finger would be nearly as gross as it is right now, which would have been nice. We've got loperamide here. A couple years ago, I was in Thailand, and one of my kids got really bad diarrhea, which if you travel much overseas, is just a part of it. Loperamide would have taken care of that. Here we go. Yeah, that's the one. I'm glad there's instructions. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but loperamide would take care of that. Also on that trip, my daughter Ellie got an earring stuck in her ear, and we had to go to the hospital, and she had to get surgery done. It's just more proof that you never know what can happen when you're overseas. I also have medicine here for altitude sickness, if that's something that you need. We've got run-of-the-mill ibuprofen. There's all these things that are all totally legal and prescribed by a doctor. But the thing that really shocked me, and Jace Medical might not be super happy about me saying this, but it was so incredibly easy that it felt wrong. Like just getting on this computer and just like checking out, it took no time at all. Like it felt like I found some kind of a legal loophole. And honestly, it really might be a legal loophole. I don't know. At some point, this kind of thing might not be legal anymore, but I'm glad it's legal now, and I'm very happy to be able to use it. So I know this is a very different video than the ones that I usually share, but I am legit excited about traveling with this stuff, and even just keeping it in my house in case of, I don't know, like a global pandemic or something like that. So I will warn you, it's not cheap at all, but it is super easy. And you can just click the link below. You can jump on the website here. It's super simple. You just scroll down, hit learn more on the Jace case, get the Jace case, new patient, standard case, or whatever. You know, answer all this yourself. Not a doctor, don't sue me. I don't legally have any idea what I'm talking about. But you just click through some of these questions, and it comes with these in the normal thing, and then you can also add add-ons if you want. And then you proceed with the encounter, put in your info, and hit verify. And then you talk with a doctor, and they make sure that it's all good. It's crazy easy, okay? I also promised you that I'd tell you a story that would change your view of me forever, and I'll live up to that promise. Another time I got sick on a trip. I was actually visiting a place that I was speaking, and I'm not gonna say where just because of the awkwardness of it all. But my whole family got a stomach bug that was really bad. Like, we were staying with some friends of ours, and the first night, one of my kids, again, I'm not gonna tell you which just because of the awkwardness of it all, had diarrhea all over the bed. And I don't mean like a little bit of diarrhea. I mean like it was a human slip and slide. It was the most disgusting thing ever. My wife was mortified. I thought it was hilarious, and I got in trouble for that. But we cleaned it all up. We got it all taken care of. And then the next night, my other kid, same bed, all over the bed, human slip and slide again. It was so disgusting. Bromide would have been fantastic. But a couple days later, it hit me, and it took a little bit longer for it to hit me, but it really hit me when I was standing with my wife and our friend on stage in front of 3,000 people, and my stomach was doing its thing, and I was not feeling great, but I got up there to talk, and as I'm standing there, all of a sudden I coughed a little bit, and I go, boom, and when I did, my eyes got wide, and I just had to clench to make sure that nothing happened. So I'm on stage clenching, I say what I need to say, the lights go out, and I just like waddled off the stage, and I made it. Like, this could have been so much worse, but yes, I almost crapped my pants in front of 3,000 people. So I'm gonna travel everywhere with this. I don't know if it's worth it for the money for you. If it is, go ahead and buy it. If not, then don't. You can use the link below if you want it, but I am very happy to have loperamide in my arsenal. Not to mention all the other stuff, just because planes are gross and travel's hard. So thank you guys for watching. This has been a weird one. Hopefully you like it. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one.